wired. This is me, my life rewired.
Well, it's a great day to have a great day, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Life Rewired. Today I have two guests, and you're going to know the voice of the first person. If you've ever been on Facebook, and who hasn't, you've likely seen the Jock and Bell show, and this is the granddaughter of the couple that is very entertaining. So let's take a real quick look.
Okay, go ahead and go. Don't go fast. That's a little fast. Not quite that fast. Wait a minute. We got a non-kink hose. Yeah, it ain't gonna kink. I got nothing but a kink. Wait.
I'm not going anywhere.
I know it. Graham, where are you going? I'm back here.
I'm not touching that, you mother.
Well, it don't go uphill. Golf carts don't go uphill if you're not touching it. It's nothing but kinks. Wait.
Welcome to the show, Christina and Jenna.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes,
thank you.
and Jenna and your dog is enjoying us as well. So the more the merrier.
It would be a miracle to have no distractions in my house.
Yeah, right.
Same here. Today, well, first of all, quick disclaimer, guys that are watching the show. We are not medical professionals. We are just here to offer some really great products that you may not be aware of. And I'm going to turn this over real quickly to Jenna, because Jenna is the person that is very knowledgeable about this. Jenna, tell us a little bit about Rise.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, so I've been in functional and holistic medicine for the last 9 years, and I love helping people with their health. And I always am just a nerd when it comes to science, and so is Christina. And I personally was looking for something that would really help me get my mental clarity back. I felt like my brain was so inflamed from having Lyme and mold illness and co-infections. And my story, I talk about this a lot. I tried everything and I couldn't get better. And so Rise was really something that I can't emphasize enough. It completely transformed my life. And I know that sounds dramatic, but this is just a powder that goes into a drink. And I had zero expectations. And I know Christina did not either. And it's 7 organic mushrooms, methylated B vitamins, amino acids, nootropics, and 11 harmonic frequencies. It's the world's first and only frequency-tuned supplement line. And so that sounded weird to me. I was like, I don't even know what all that means. And
Right.
that's so you're listening to this and you're like, did she just say frequent? Like what? So you probably heard of grounding. I feel like most people know that we should get some sunshine. We can go, we should stand outside, grounding. So the same concept is true, that everything holds a vibration of frequency. And so we are the first and only company that has taken a $750,000 machine and we have imprinted 11 frequencies that realign our 8 major organ systems, including the brain. And that is applied to the product. And that makes the absorption of what you're taking so much more powerful. So if you're like, I already take methylated B vitamin, I already take amino acids, I already take a mushroom blend to help with my mental clarity, guys, I would be willing to bet you have not even, like, you would just freak out. You really would with how clear, like, we tell people when they run out, they freak out because finally they have mental clarity. A lot of us notice that our vision gets crisper. Over 95% of people have more energy, more mental clarity, and their mood is lifted in just 72 hours. And it's quick. It is very quick.
That is quick.
Yes, I mixed it up for Christina at my house, gave it to her in my front yard, made her drink it one day, and I watched her just change throughout the day because she was experiencing so much grief after losing Graham, and I could see her light just coming back. So that's Rise. Tastes delicious. If you like an Arnold Palmer hint of peach.
It really is so good. So good.
It's like
addicting.
Yeah. So good. Looks like dirt. Tastes amazing.
I've heard that actually about the Rise, like the coffees.
Yeah.
Is this about the same kind of level as that is?
Yes. So there's a RYZE out there, and it has about 1/4 of the ingredients that this does, and obviously not the frequencies. And I actually helped to formulate a mushroom blend
Wow.
for a company. And I that's why I didn't think this would work for me, because I was already taking that one every single day. It was called BRU, and it was good, but you had to add sugar and like some nice warm milk, and
Yeah.
this is like, you will crave this. It is delicious.
Yeah.
It's really delicious. Yeah, and
You
it's
had
not
me intrigued though when you were talking about the different supplements. But to me, when you correct me if I'm wrong, but the supplements you get at the store, you're not getting the full supplement really. You're just getting a watered down version of what you should be getting, correct?
correct. Absorption is so key. And, a lot of doctors, whether they're in the holistic or the modern world, are looking at chemistry and biology, because that's what doctors have been taught for years and years and years. And even me, like, I went to school for 9 years, was finishing up my doctorate for my nurse practitioner. And I'm like, never have they taught me anything else. But
Mm-hmm.
there's biology, there's chemistry, and then there's physics.
Yeah.
And we are the first to put the frequency on there. And what that's doing is helping the body absorb what you're putting in there. So I wasn't only buying supplements at the store, Rob. I was buying them from doctors and practitioners that were supposedly the best of the best supplements.
Yeah.
And I would get a little bit better, and then I'd crash again.
Yeah.
And that's because my body could not absorb it.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're doing is we're realigning the organ systems in the body, because everything has a measurable frequency. Everything. You know how your heart is 60 to 100 beats per minute?
Right. Yes.
Right. So it's a universal law. The frequency component of your heart is actually the same for me. Just like my heart should be 60 to 100 beats, and so should yours.
Yeah.
Our actual frequencies in our organ system should be universal as well. So what we're doing is we're recalibrating, rebooting the body after it's been hit all day by our Wi-Fi and everything around us. So we're fixing the problem.
It's kind of like rebooting a computer so everything works correctly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. You've got it. You've got it.
We're tuning it up, just like an oil change.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Christina, I had just stumbled across your post one day. You had posted I don't remember if it was a video or just a photo, but anyway, you showed a before and after of just of your skin and how much of a difference it made in just your skin.
Yeah.
How did that? How long did that first of all take for you to see those results?
So, I mean, for me, I am on the three products. It's Rise, Source, and Reverse. So that's what I started with, is these three.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what really helped my skin. I think you're filling in those vitamin and mineral nutrient gaps that we don't get, like, from our food, our soil these days. And so I think it just translated, you're almost like repairing your cells on the inside, and then it's really refreshing your outside. And so for me, I mean, I would say at least within like that first month, I started noticing like decreased inflammation, especially around like my cheek and like my neck area.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the skin started getting like clearer and almost like tighter, as the months have gone on. And so I just can't be, just amazed with like the absolute results with like how I feel on the inside, and then how I'm beginning to look on on the outside.
Yeah. So, and then what really got my attention was when you showed the results of your grandfather taking it. And well, first of all, my first question is, how much convincing did you have to do to get him to try it?
Listen, this man, yeah, no, so he's definitely stubborn, and I tried to get him started at the same time as I did, and he was taking it, but like pretty sporadically. You have to be consistent with something if you want a change. So like if you're trying to lose weight, like you have to go to the gym consistently. You have to do something consistently, like whether it's your diet, whether it's a product, whether it's something. So the consistency was like his, issue in the beginning, and he'd be like, yeah, I took it here and I took it there. And so I would say he's been consistent though for, the last like 2.5 months. And that was like when he had, the changes in his skin and his mood and his energy levels and, even his motivation, his sleep was even a little bit better, as well compared to before.
Yeah. Now, see, I didn't know about the sleep part, but that resonates a lot with me because on the average night, I get anywhere from 2 to 4 hours of sleep just because of the pain I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah. I mean, and
that
sleep
alone.
is regenerative,
Yeah.
like your brain is like regenerating and refreshing overnight. And so, sleep plays a huge role in how you're going to feel and almost, look the next day too. So, this can help with
Right.
that as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And whenever I questioned you about the product and told you about my continuous migraines, because I've had a migraine headache for almost 6 years. And
Oh.
then you said, wait a second. And you started sending me all these testimonies that people had sent you that were even people from the brain injury community. I was like, I was blown away at all the people that's tried it. And it was like, this is life changing for me.
Yeah,
So
my
yeah, I
friend.
mean, so thank you so much for sending that information to me.
Yeah, of course.
I
Yeah.
was going to say my friend Stephanie, her husband, Rob, is an interventional pain doctor. Like he is an MD and he works with pain,
Yeah.
management. He couldn't even get rid of her migraines.
Wow.
And we're not allowed to diagnose, treat, or cure, but this is a
Right.
husband who's a medical doctor. And he's like, well, I will say you're doing incredible. So this has been her best friend, this combo. And she says, I can't go without it. I can't go without it. So her husband's just amazed. He's like, here I am, a pain doctor trying to help you. And
Hmm.
this has helped her so much.
And I'm just going to
Amazing.
make an assumption here, and either one of you can chime in. But with it having the inflammation factor that it helps with that, and Christina, especially, I'm sure your grandfather, being an elderly person, he probably experiences a lot of aches and pains through the good old arthritis. Has that helped him with that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it like for me, it was like not only inflammation and, my face that went down, but like my joints. I was having kind of also like chronic like lower back pain and
Hmm.
actually had to sleep like in a specific position
Yeah.
before starting these products. And after starting them, I guess it was just, the inflammation that really helped. And I just overall feel like I'm, moving better and just, or easier, or lighter, if that makes sense. And then the
Yeah.
same with Papa too. Of course he has, osteoarthritis,
Mm.
pretty much, all over. He's got knees that, have had multiple knee replacements that are bone on bone. And so he is already, feeling better as well. And he was, teetering on almost like needing, a walker for like more stability as opposed to the cane. But then he's more sticking with the cane now because,
Yeah.
I think he overall like feels better and, like safer like than he was with a
Yeah.
cane.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
There's no time I called him an elderly person because I
No,
think he
that's
can
all.
take me.
He said maybe with the golf cart he can. So he'll
Yeah.
get.
At least he's not as dangerous on the golf cart as Graham was.
I know, right? Oh, it cracks me up.
Jenna, explain the science behind this and how it works and why it works.
Absolutely. And so there's the duo, which is the rise and the source. And so the rise, like I said, has the 7 organic mushrooms and the methylated B vitamins, amino acids, nootropics, and the 11 harmonic frequencies. And the machine that we're using is like the size of a living room, Rob. And we lay
Wow.
down the stainless steel, like little medallions in there. And it's so fascinating, the frequency component. But if you look up how our doctors treating professional athletes right now when they injure themselves, they're using what's called a pulse electromagnetic frequency mat. And those have been around for a long time. And there's a lot of incredible clinical studies, especially for brain health, from PubMed. And you can just look up clinical studies on PEMF, PEMF mat. Same concept here, except for we've figured out how do we transmit that actual frequency, that vibration, and get it to hold forever. And so unless you microwave our product, they're going to hold those frequencies forever. And that's what makes them completely different. So the 8 out of the 11, and it's a harmonic. So it's a very loud, incredibly loud acoustic vibration. And every 2 hours, a new dial is turned and a new frequency is imprinted, and then it's applied to the product. And so the only way to destroy the frequency is to microwave or to melt it, which you would never microwave.
Wouldn't want to do that.
You can go through like the X-ray scanners at the airport. That's fine. It's the heat component and an actual microwave that would mess with it. And so we have a facility in Melissa, Texas. We own our own manufacturing. You can actually tour our facility. We go on like a few tours a year, and you can watch how we actually mix and make everything. And so everything's non-GMO, gluten-free, soy-free, vegan, organic, third-party tested. And we have that right here on this side. And so we're using real ingredients. That's why it can be considered like a nutritional supplement line that we can ship across to 17 different countries. So we are currently in 17 countries because this is a nutritional product. So this is going to fill in those, amino acids, and it's going to help with inflammation. It's going to help to flush and detox the liver, support the thyroid, all of that. But this is incredible for mental health and mental clarity and energy, which for your community, I really can't emphasize enough that this could be their new best friend. And this by itself boils down to like $2 and some change a day. If you're just getting this, totally worth it. Right. And then the source, this is organically sourced from the Rocky Mountains. And it's a fulvic mineral, which is FULVIC. Now, some people take that and they've heard of it. I had been on fulvic minerals for years because of the trace mineral component. And I was like, it's good for you. You want to get these minerals in your body. So I didn't expect a thing from this. The frequencies hold even stronger in liquid. This is fully liquid. The frequencies are on everything we have, but in liquid, it holds even more. So I put this guy in water one day thinking nothing. And I'm like, wow, this is even a whole new level of like energy and clarity. And when Christina says your face will just transform, you'll literally watch your jawbone just appear overnight. It's like, what is going on? So if I miss this or I go on a trip and I forgot to take it for 2 or 3 days, I will see that inflammation come back because the minerals and the electrolytes, just the electrolytes balancing out in your body will flush that inflammation right out. But what really is magical about this is it grabs onto any toxin, chemical exposure, air exposure, microplastic, like a magnet, and flushes and detoxes your body. So this is your everyday gentle detox. All 3 of my kids take this as well. So you can be giving this to your little children all the way up to your great grandparents. So that's how this works. We call this our duo. And then the reverse is we have the only patent for this in the whole entire United States of America, and it's clinically studied. It even is shown to bring back hearing loss in the military who have lost their hearing. This repairs your DNA and your mitochondria. So your brain has more mitochondria.
Rob's just in the state of shock right now. He's up in the Rocky Mountains somewhere.
Yeah. So think about
the honest truth is I'm thinking of all the people that I know that you're talking about that this would affect, that would benefit from this.
I know. We all know people suffering with, maybe they have all day exhaustion, or they're foggy, or they have trouble focusing, or their moods, or their mood somewhere.
That was me.
I mean, I feel like all of America. I think if I meet somebody in America and they're like, no, I'm great. I'm not tired. I sleep great. I have no mood issues. I'm like, you better get on your knees and thank Jesus right now, because that is never something that you hear. Like you never hear that anymore. Unfortunately. I mean, I was just on a live with a 24-year-old before this, and she's only 24 and she's been suffering so much, with health issues, and this has completely changed her life. And so now she wants to tell people about it. And so just like your brain is turning right now, your brain has more mitochondria than anywhere else in your body. And that's why you get brain fog. And that's a warning sign, like a warning light in your car. Check engine. You need to start supporting that cell. And so this actually heals the cell, heals the DNA, and it extends the telomere on the end of your chromosome, which is your biological age. So literally this turns back your biological clock. So even though you might be, a 32-year-old man, biologically from lab work, they would be like, you actually are 28.
Wow. I'm very impressed.
It's amazing. And we have clinical
Yeah.
studies that Christina can send you guys. Like, you all can see all of those studies. We don't hide them. You can read about them. I know you're going to show them some of the before and afters,
Yes,
but
absolutely.
my gosh. So anyway, I don't want to just continue to say too much because I could go on about how passionate I am about these.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the science of those three and just the company. And we have a few other products, the world's first and only frequency tuned creatine. We have Sync for sleep, which is Christina's little bestie.
Yep. These are the creatine and the Sync. So they're the best. This is my nighttime Go-Gurt. This is like what's going to help with the sleep component. And so they just come in little like frequency charge packets, and you just rip this off and drink it like a Go-Gurt, and it's flavored, a mixed berry
Cool.
flavor. And it's absolutely amazing. It has GABA, magnesium, CBD, CBN, and you will not fail a drug test. We have those too, because there's no THC component in there. It's just CBD and CBN.
Yeah,
all of our listeners out in Colorado are going, darn.
I know, darn it. Yeah, we do have the third party testing on all of our CBD products, so you can see all of the testing. But yeah, if you want the literal best sleep of your life, a state of bliss, Sync. It's lights out. I didn't know. The first time I took it, I was on the phone with the CEO of the company and a potential business partner in Australia. And we're on this 3-way call, and I took the Sync just because I wanted to see what happened. I fell asleep on the call. And they're like,
so funny.
And I didn't know that I didn't pay for the international, so I got $1,000 charge too for that phone call.
Oh no!
I was sleeping through it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
that's a little Sync story there for you.
Yeah.
Wow. My wife would like flip her lid if we got to build that big.
Yeah, my husband was just joyful. He was like, "Did you know?" I was like, "No, I had no idea. I thought we could call anybody."
Next time, Zoom.
That's so funny.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite stories.
I'm blown away by the fact that you can actually trap a frequency in that form.
I know, me too. Trust me, I didn't believe it at all.
Same. Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, but fine, I'll try anything once. It's kind of like my who I am. I'll try anything once, I shouldn't say anything. That's a little crazy, but I'll for my health. And so when I drank this and I felt it in 30 minutes, I said, this doesn't make any sense, because I opened my supplement cabinet and I was like reading the ingredients, and I'm reading the ingredients and I'm like, this doesn't make any sense because I already take all of these. I can't. So it just boiled down to me. There was no other logical explanation for why I would feel it except for the frequency component. So.
And you're probably getting a lot better product as well.
100%. A lot cleaner, one that I very much trust. And I have toured the facility so many times at this point. Like, we're going to go again in June. And I just feel so good about the standards. It's a NSF approved GMP facility, FDA approved facility. And, we even have like kosher, all of that, every single stamp of approval you could have on a facility, we have it there.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
So what is the best way for our listening audience to get in touch with you?
So I would say definitely to, reach out to the Jock and Bell show. I still, am the, owners of those like accounts or anything. You wouldn't have wanted Papa to post videos the last 2 years. And so, but yeah, so you can reach out to the Jock and Bell show on, on Instagram, on Facebook is a little bit tricky because unfortunately we have like 40 fake Facebooks, that steal our content. So, but Rob, the one that you, connected with me on, that's like the only one that is real. So definitely, but TikTok and Instagram, we have and Facebook, actually, we have the blue verification check mark. So you can reach out kind of on any of those.
Okay.
And I'm happy to chat with anybody, send additional information, additional testimonies too.
Yeah,
Sure.
Christina and I work directly together. So go to
Yeah.
Christina because you're getting me with Christina, and we're a duo here. But you got to go through her.
To simplify it, anything that we've just talked about will be linked in the description below, so you can connect with them on any of their social media platforms. The best way to do it is just to click on the link below and just go directly to them that way, so you don't end up accidentally getting in touch with the wrong Jock and Bill show. Because I know
Yeah.
that is a very common thing, especially on Facebook, where people clone other
Yeah.
accounts, and I've heard horror stories of people getting taken to the cleaners. So if you want to be safe, look for the blue check mark or click on the links in the description. So yeah, ladies, before we head out, I want to make sure I give you guys enough time to discuss anything else that's important to you for our listening audience to know. Jenna, I'll start with you, and then Christina, and then we'll close it out.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, I would just say for me, I want you guys to understand that if you've been feeling defeated in life because of any type of health issue, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional, that there's hope. And I was somebody that was suffering to a degree that no one around me really understood. And this completely changed my life. And so I only put my name behind this because of the difference that it's made, and it's risk-free because you can fully get your money back. So if you decide to contact the Jock and Bell Show, and Christina is just the sweetest ever, she holds your hand and helps you through everything, and you decide to try this, just know that you can fully get your money back for any reason if you did not like the product. I think that's really important for people who feel like I did. Which was, I've tried everything. I was even getting IV infusions of vitamins every single week. And so I spent over $215,000 on my health in 4 years trying to get better. And so this was the answer for me. It's been the answer for thousands of people just in the last 2 years that I've had the honor, to meet and to help. But I think it's worth a try for everybody. I really, really do. And I'm so passionate. And that's why I'm on here today. And because I love Christina too. So I'll turn it over to you, Christina. Thank you, Rob, so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I mean, I just agree with Jenna that this has drastically, I've only, been taking them for the last 6 months. And, I will say, I had a level of like skepticism as well. Jenna is one of my good friends. I'm a nurse, have been a nurse for almost 10 years now, in a variety of different settings. And, you're kind of like, I don't really know about that. And I actually didn't, take them for a few months, and then it was, gram passing. And then, I was just like, Jenna, like, let's just give it a shot. Let's just give it one shot. That's all it sometimes takes for anything, is giving it that one shot to be able to change your, your life and your perspective. And so that, that was it for me. And now I'm 6 months in and just like so happy, so energized. And, I know I'm still monotone. It doesn't change your tone of voice, but I really am just so grateful to have been introduced to this, by Jenna.
Awesome. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you, Christina and Jenna, both for being on the program today. Guys, again, please read the description. If you never do that, read the description. I'm going to have all the links below. And also want to just say, if you've enjoyed this program, just give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to visit our website, myliferewired.com. Anytime I find a resource that is beneficial to anybody with a brain injury, I put it on there. So it's very crucial that you visit the website. If you want to be a guest on the program, send an email to rob@myliferewired.com. Until next week, this has been Life Rewired.
This is me, my life rewired.